Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
Hello, my internet fans. Welcome to this week's episode of Stat Boy Sports Bar. Dory Lou's not with us today, so it's just me and the Meech in the sports bar today, hanging out, talking sports, and just kicking back while there's a beautiful thunderstorm going on out here in Sevierville, Tennessee. And
avoid being thunderstruck there. There you go. So.
And of course, the new Greek flag behind me. Yay!
Because Mikey's proud of his Greek heritage, and we're proud of the Greek flag being flying in the studio, even though we can't fly it in the studio because the studio doesn't actually exist. So we're doing what we can here, kids, to keep you entertained and keep the presentation lively. So there you go.
Indeed, we are. We have plenty to talk about. Let's just dive right in. We will start down on the links out in Los Angeles, the PGA Tour, with the running of the U.S. Open for the guys. There's your winner, Mr. Wyndham Clark.
Yes.
He had a pretty good outing the other day.
Yeah, he did.
To him, his first major championship, finishing 10 under par at the Los Angeles Country Club. Number one ranked player, Scotty Scheffler, finished third, and Rory McIlroy finished second. There's the top 10. The number 9 player, Cameron Smith, finished in fourth, and there was a three-way tie between Ricky Fowler, Min Woo Lee, and Tommy Fleetwood. The win moves Mr. Clark up into the 13th, so possibly coming up in the next tournament, which is the Travelers Championship in Connecticut. Maybe good old-fashioned Wyndham can break into the top 10. Top 10 really didn't change that much. Cameron Smith did move from 9 to 7, dropping Matt and Max down to 8 and 9. Jordan Spieth was in 10th. Xander Schauffele was in 6th. Victor Hovland, Patrick Cantlay, Rory McIlroy, John Ram, and Scotty Scheffler still in their same positions. And, of course, TMZ had a nice little picture of Wyndham celebrating, treating the cup that he won in Los Angeles like his own version of the Stanley Cup, drinking out of it and having a good time.
Absolutely. It was a fun. I watched the final round Sunday, Father's Day, with my dad because we were at the house, obviously. And so yeah, it was a cool little ending. I love when they come out here. Dad almost went, actually. Like, he was almost going to go, but at one point they showed a shot of the crowd like kind of like rushing around as they moved the rope to keep people off the fairway, and he was like, nope, F that, never mind, I'm glad I didn't go. Jesus Christ, too many F people.
That did happen. We did watch the 16th, 17th, and 18th holes of the final round, and as Wyndham Clark came up the fairway on the 18th fairway, he had a nice little, I think it was a nice 60-foot putt. He was going to two-putt it to win. He had it on lock. And then all the fans, they just literally just rush the green in their fairway. And you can see LAPD and country club security. They're like, get back.
Yeah.
Wyndham Clark, cool as a cucumber, just walked up, clutch, two-putted, and in.
I've been to that club for a couple of opens or for a couple of events. I've never seen it that. And again, I know that, sports fan hysteria has grown by leaps and bounds, even in any sport, even golf, in the last, 20 years or so. But I've never seen a golf course like that. That was absolutely batshit crazy to me to see. Shout out, by the way, to both JJ and Josh in the chat room. Appreciate you guys being here. As well as far as at the tournament, our buddy Kayla from the Kings in-arena presentation. She had her first experience at an Open this weekend at the club, and our old, not old because she's not old at all, but I'm even younger than me, but our longtime acquaintance from the ice crew, Amanda and her, I think, husband were both there as well. So good to see pictures, good to see video of everybody being there enjoying, golf, because people kind of put a bum rap on golf for being boring, but I found it entertaining to watch on television. So there you go. And Natalie is also at the Casa D-18 Studio
cool.
in Victorville. So Natalie is watching, and Mikey as well today. So there you go.
Very good. The ladies played their game, the Major LPGA Classic. There's in Belmont, Michigan. There's your winner, Leona Maguire of Ireland. She shot an impressive 8 under par to finish in first place to win her second tournament this season after finishing second in the previous 2. Now the ladies are coming to California. They're going to play in Pebble Beach for the Women's U.S. Open coming up. There's the top 10, Jin Young Ko of Korea, Lilia Vu of the USA, Ayaka Furue of Japan. We have a new one, Ashley Buhai of South Africa. She's all the way at top 5 there. Nelly Corda, USA. There's Leona, number 6. Georgia Hall of England, number 7. Celine Boutier of France is 8. Hugh Jun Kim of Korea is 9. And Ataya Tidakul is from Thailand in 10th position. So let's see what the women can do in California that the men can't.
Pebble Beach is definitely a challenging, beautiful course, but definitely a challenging course for anybody, men, women, or those who don't IDs either. So it's going to be interesting experience to see the girls play at Pebble Beach.
Indeed. To the WTA and the ATP men's tennis. The men played in Stuttgart, Germany, and Schurenbosch, Netherlands, in the Boss Open and the Liebema Open.
All right.
We have a new winner in Germany, Francis Tiafoe. He won, and he's now going to be in the top 10 when we get to that graphic. Other players in the German Open, of course, were my countrymen, Stefano Tsitsipas. He and Taylor Fritz also played. Tsitsipas made it to the round of 16. Fritz lost in the quarterfinals. This is Tiafoe's second tournament win. He won the Houston Open back in April. And in the Netherlands, Talon Griekspoor, home country, home tournament winner. He played along with Daniil Medvedev, who lost in the round of 16, and Yannick Sinner lost in the quarterfinals. There is your top 10 for the men. No change in the top 9. Just the new guy, Francis Tiafoe. There he is. He wins the tournament in Germany. He cracks the top 10, and we have a good little mix there. 2 Americans in the top 10. The men are going to head over to England before Wimbledon. It's called the Seeds Championship. Wimbledon starts in July. This is kind of like the precursor to Wimbledon.
Yeah, it's like the pre-gaming for Wimbledon, if you want to call it that. All right, women. There it is. I had to find it. Oop, did we lose you? Mikey is frozen. So we shall move over here for a moment, and we will make my shot look a little less shitty. Apparently the thunderstorms hit Mikey quicker than we thought they were going to, so we'll go ahead and let Mikey do his thing while he recovers his feed. Let's see. But you know what? I'll run a commercial. We'll do that. That's what we'll do. Run a commercial right now while Mikey is getting his feedback together. If you are not yet, like Josh and several others, and a member of the Casa D-18 Studios subscription side of he's back there. Okay, good. Well,
I'm back.
I'm gonna run the commercial. Okay, you're back. I'll go
ahead.
wait on the. No, that's okay. You're good. You're good. Yeah, go for it.
All right. Women were busy. They played in 3 tournaments. They also played in the Liebema Open, in the Rothsay Open in Great Britain, and the BBVA Open Valencia in Spain. The winner of the Netherlands tournament, Katerina Alexandrova of Russia. Another countryman from England, Katie Bolter, she won the Rothsay Open. And we have an Egyptian winning the BBVA Open in Spain, in Mayar Sharif. None of the top 10 players, though, played in the Netherlands. They played in England, and none played in Spain. Only Maria Sakkari of Greece. She played in the English tournament there. And newly crowned number 10 player Beatrice Haddad Maya, she lost in the first round. Maria lost in the round of 16. And here's your top 10. No major changes at all on that either. They're all the same there. And the ladies are getting ready to go to, I don't remember what the next one was. I must have missed that one.
No worries.
It's up to the ladies. All right. Last week, we told the story of our good friend Conor McGregor. Of course, you remember he punched out the Miami Heat mascot in part of a skit. Now we have reports, and again, this is all allegations, nothing has been proven, that at that same game, he is being accused of sexual assault by allegedly forcing himself on a female in one of the VIP men's rooms of the Kasaya Center. Again, this is all alleged. Innocent until proven guilty.
Well, yeah, but look at his track record here, boss. I mean,
yeah, we'll get to that in a second. A report has been filed by the Miami Police Department. Its Special Victims Unit is investigating, and that's all they're going to say on that. A statement from McGregor's lawyer says, of course, he has denied the allegations, and of course, our good friends at TMZ, because people have their cell phones handy, there is footage of him in the concourse area or in the VIP area, and he is leading somebody who is allegedly the victim, they go in there. Now, the person's face is blocked out because if this person is who they say they are, they have to be protected. We don't know what happened inside the bathroom. You can only assume. And as you can see here, these are his woes going all the way back to November of 2017. Driving violations, okay. That's, he maybe had a little bit too much to drink. He likes to drive fast. He doesn't keep an eye on where he's going. He pleads guilty. He pays the fines, and he gets his driving privileges revoked for 6 months. What normal person hasn't had that done? Unless you're the world's greatest driver ever. Okay, Jeff, you can put your hand down.
I don't drive, so,
there we go. Can we have the list back up, please, so I can keep going from there? April 2018 was the infamous bus attack in New York. He did surrender. He reached a plea deal. He got the charges dropped. He paid restitution. He had to do community service. No charges were filed. There was video instances of that. 6 months later, in December, in Dublin, he got into a sexual assault allegation. No charges were filed, but there is a civil suit going on, still ongoing. Mm-hmm. March of 2019, down in Florida, he smashed somebody's phone. He got arrested for it. He put up $5,000. The civil suit was dropped, and since the civil suit was dropped, there were no criminal charges made. August of 2019, back in Ireland, he assaulted somebody. He pled guilty. He paid the fine, and he walked. September of 2020, another sexual assault case in Corsica, Italy. He was detained. He was in custody for 2 days, but there was a lack of sufficient evidence, so he walked on that. October of 2021, there was an assault charge in Rome. That case is still pending and still under investigation. And the latest in July of 2022 in Ibiza, Spain, no charges were filed, but there was a civil suit, but it was withdrawn as of February 2023. He'll get his day in court, folks. Like we say, innocent until proven guilty. But, some of the
How many times does something have to look like a duck and walk like a duck before you call it a freaking duck? Just saying. It's you're right. In our criminal court system, innocent until proven guilty. Okay. I get that. But how many times does somebody have to be accused of something or show a indication toward repetitive times of doing something before we go, okay, that's enough out of you? Just saying. I know he's Conor McGregor. I understand that. Cool. Great fighter. Apparently a decent alcohol beverage producer. Cool. But if part of his problems are being abusive and alcohol, maybe he's in the wrong line of business post his MMA career. Just saying. Could be. Anyway.
Maybe so indeed.
Maybe so.
What is BC?
I'm the
What is
producer here,
BCC
though.
Barroom asking? Am I ticklish? What?
I don't know why Zach's asking if you're ticklish.
That's Zach?
That's Zach. Yep. And yes, I immediately went the same thought process. Olivia Benson when you need her. I immediately hear the dun dun in my head. So there you go, brother. You are not alone, Zach. I immediately went to the SVU theme as well. There you go.
Good idea. So we'll see what happens with this. And of course, all the footage is on TMZ because they get a hold of everything.
Well, yeah, because they're TMZ.
Yeah, because they're TMZ. All right. Let's take a look at let's take a little commercial break here. Let's do some plugs and stuff. And
so, if first of all, I'll run the members one later, but if you are a fan of the Renegades reviews, and I know you are because you're watching on the Casa, so you have to be. And if you're a fan, and if you're not, but you're a fan of Mickey Mouse and his company's, our company's line of animated movies, you will want to watch Renegades reviews next month. No doubt about it.
Can't get past that.
Yeah, every time. I don't know why.
Every time. Make sure you follow us and keep an eye out on the multiverse of media, especially when it comes to watching Renegades reviews on all the animated classics. It's amazing. And keep up on our game
Those are
nights.
actually, I was telling Jay, those are the ones that are kind of like lost, like the lost era, the post-Renaissance stuff, and then they get into the era that Frozen and Prince and the Frog and all them really kicked the studio back in high gear. Prince and the Frog wasn't a good moneymaker for the company, but it has definitely grown its audience over time. So definitely, I believe those are all on Disney Plus. So if you are a Disney Plus subscriber, or if you have access to Disney Plus through a friend or a family member, go check these movies out. They're worth a watch. And then check out Disney's review them starting next month. So there you go.
Indeed. Coming up this weekend is the USFL playoffs.
Yes.
Championship is going to be decided July 1st. There's the Week 10 results. The Maulers beat the Generals 26-6. The Stallions beat the Showboats 27-20. The Brick the Gamblers 17-10, and the Panthers beat the Stars 23-20. There are your final season standings. The Stallions finished 8-2. Number one in the league. Breakers were 7-3. Gamblers and Showboats tied at 5-5 in the ranking system. In my ranking system, I go by points. The Gamblers finished the season with 223 points. The Showboats finished with 190. The Maulers, the Panthers, and the Stars all finished at 4-6. The Maulers and the Panthers get the playoff spots in the North Division. Even though the Stars did score more points, it went. I don't remember how the tiebreaker went, and the Generals finished up 3-7. So there are your playoffs. Michigan plays Pittsburgh, the Panthers versus the Maulers. And, of course, Zach's team, the Breakers, take on the Stallions next week. Also, every week the USFL has been giving away their offensive and defensive players and special teams. The offensive player of this week is the quarterback from the Stallions, Alex McGow. And the defensive player is linebacker Frank Ginda, who has won that title 4 weeks in one season. And Marcus Sims, kick returner for the Panthers. He had a kick return of 167 yards, which is the 5th longest return in the season. Frank Ginda had 12 tackles in Week 10. He did 6 of them all by himself. He leads the league with well over 100 tackles and 2 forced fumbles. And Alex McGow is the leading candidate for MVP. He went 22 of 33 for 282 yards with 2 touchdowns. And he also finished the league with 20 passing touchdowns. Here is my personal money line for the USFL. I'm going to give the Breakers a +3 advantage, meaning if you want to bet the Breakers, you got to give up 3 points. Over-under is 40 points in a game. Money line for New Orleans, I'm going to go at 110, and Birmingham, I'm going to go -105. It's very close. It's going to be a close game, but I want to give shit.
Shit.
It's called an eraser.
Most powerful weapon in wrestling is the pencil or the eraser. So there you
go. Is that right?
No, there's no E between the O and the R and the L there.
Oh. I can spell cat. K-A-T. Cat.
That's right.
Anyway, it's going to be close, I think.
How do you spell cat? P-U. Oh, no, God, you're right. No, okay, you're right. No, go ahead.
There are children in the bar today.
Hey, Zach's in the bar too. He knows what I'm talking about.
In case you know, you know.
If you don't know, then what the hell? Why? Anyway, go ahead. You're good.
It's going to be a pretty close matchup between those two, the Maulers and the
yes,
the Maulers and the Panthers. Flip a coin on that one. I mean, they both finished the season 4-6. How they got into the playoffs, I have no idea. So one of them, yeah, okay. Thank you, Renegade. I botched.
This is why Renegade owns a studio. There you go. There you go.
So
He knows the little things. Yeah.
probably going to end. Ooh.
All
I'm
right,
kiss
we'll try that
off
again.
New Orleans. I guess we're going to go with the Breakers versus the Panthers. That'll be my pick.
There you
go. Let's bring a title down to New Orleans.
There you go.
New Orleans, folks.
New Orleans, that's right.
New Orleans, yeah, New Orleans. All right, let's go to baseball.
Baseball been very, very good.
Here are your rankings for this week. Tampa Bay is still the number one team at 53-24. They are just rolling. I mean, they are one unstoppable team. They are just gonna. If the early pick for the World Series right now, and we're not even at All-Star break yet. I mean, they've got a 7-game lead over Atlanta. If you're going by overall statistics, I don't really go by division and I don't go by league. I go by overalls. Atlanta is 46-26. Texas is 45-27. Baltimore 44-27. Arizona 44-29. Miami 42-31. And take your humidity with you. Get rid of it out of Tennessee and just take that humidity down to Florida where it belongs. My Angels, wow, 41-33. This could be this.
Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud.
At this time last year, they were tanking. So
I know. I just don't yinks it. Jesus,
Heavenly Father, please keep the Angels in.
Right, God. Please send down Christopher Lloyd to help us, Lordy.
There's a reason there's a cross over my head right now, okay?
Right.
It may be blue and white, but it's still a cross.
Yeah, seriously, for the love of everything that is pure and wholesome, just get us to the playoffs at least.
San Francisco, 40-32. Right. Warriors are 39-33, tied with the Yankees. That 389 means they've scored 389 runs. They get the advantage over.
Which is lucky for them because they had a shitty week and freaking Giants swept their asses.
I heard.
Oh, rough weekend at the Ravine, man. I'll tell you what. Woo!
That city down in Texas that supposedly won the title a few years back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Fuck them. Carry on.
Thank you. 39-34. Toronto is 39-35. Philadelphia 38-34. Boston with the Chowda 38-35. 372 runs over Cincinnati 38-35.
Milwaukee 500. I'll take it.
The Brewers 37-35. Minnesota 36-37. Seattle 35-35. Right at 500. Yes. Sanddogs, San Diego 35-37. Pittsburgh 34-37. The Mets and the Chi-Chi Cubs, 34-38. Mets have a one-run lead.
Literally, one run.
Literally. Yeah. The Guardians, that would be team, 33-38. Detroit, 31-40. Chicago White Sox, 31-43. St. Louis, 30-43. Colorado, 29-46. Rocky Mountain High. Washington, 27-44. Kansas City, 19-53. And news out of Oakland, the team that is just – they are just counting down the days. It's almost official. The Nevada Senate passed a $380 million bill to fund the new stadium. The Nevada governor signed it that will guarantee that the state will put up this money. They are taking taxpayer money to put this is $1 billion, almost $1.5 billion project.
Yeah.
It's all up to the league now. All they have to do is get together, sign on the dotted line, and the Oakland Athletics will no longer be in California. They will be the Las Vegas A's. Again, there's the stadium rendering, which I still have a problem with because I'm sorry. When I walk down Boulevard, I want to see showgirls. I want to see buffets. I want to hear the casinos. What if you are lucky enough to hit a home run out of the stadium, depending on where home plate is? Bring up the picture if we can. I don't think you'll be able to see. It looks like from that rendering, and if I remember correctly, home plate is in the back of the stadium. Right. So you got to look at it like a mirror. So if you hit a home run hard enough, you could hit the ball out on the Las Vegas Boulevard.
No, well, okay. If it's that far back, it won't hit the strip. It'll hit the parking lot. but don't hit the Strip. Figure the Las Vegas Boulevard, the Strip is right, and the big road down there in the middle of the rendering there, the stadium rendering. Figure home plate's all the way in that back left corner there of the actual stadium part of it. So yeah, they have to hit the shit out of that ball to hit the Strip.
Yeah, I mean, stranger things have happened. Baseballs they can get out of the stadium, but they won't get out past the parking lot. So
no, I will put JJ's comment up because yes, you were right, JJ. He's supposed to be a fair and impartial host, moderator, stat boy. He's asking you to act like it. I will take the bullet for trash in the trash roast because fuck Houston. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, Daniel has a good question.
What do you have to do to make it to the playoffs for a chance at a World Series championship?
Not be the A's for one thing,
Daniel. All right, let's look at their record again. Let's bring up the records real quick and let's see. All right, so Detroit is 31-40. Step 1, get to 500.
Yeah.
Okay. Step 1.
Yeah.
Let me quickly take a look at the division standings. I can bring that up real quick. Let's see where they are, and let's see where they need to how much they got to go here. So we'll bring up the standings, and we'll go by division. And they are they are third place in the AL Central. They are only 4 games back of Minnesota. So that is doable right now before All-Star break. It's Minnesota in the lead at 36-37, Cleveland 33-38. They're 2 games back. Detroit is 31-40. Chicago is 31-43. Kansas City. You don't even have to worry about Kansas City right now. They're tanked. They're way down in the bottom of the barrel there. Let's see here. So far, they're on a 2-game losing streak. Today's game against the Braves. They had a game against the Braves. I guess they had a doubleheader. They won against the Braves, then went on. Let's see where are they going? Okay, let's look at their schedule and see what they got going on. Scroll down. Okay, so they're playing now against the Royals. They finish up the series against the Royals tomorrow. Then they travel to the Twins, which are their division rival. So that could be a good way for them to pick up some ground. Then they go to Texas. Then they go to Colorado. Then they come. If they don't pick up ground by 4th of July weekend in Oakland against the worst team, it's not going to look good for them by the All-Star break.
Right.
They have a good schedule coming up. They can make up those 4 games in the Minnesota series. But they first have to. I would say first get to 500. Get some ground in Minnesota. Play okay in Texas and Colorado. When you get to Oakland, you got to go all cylinders.
Yep. I agree.
There it is.
All right. What else we got here?
Let's see. And I think we've gone through everything.
That was it. All right, cool.
Wow,
that was a hell of a. All right, good. Plenty of time for plugs. I like that.
And any other questions? If you guys want to throw anything out before, shoot them down, show them out.
Yeah. Well, there is some news as far as WWE goes. I'll go ahead and throw it up there. They announced, they confirmed yet another premium event this year, October 7th, Saturday night, will be Fastlane on the WWE network on Peacock. So what that means for us at Multiverse, there you go. So what that means for the Multiverse of Media is we have exactly 5 weekends between now and after Bound for Glory, which is October 21st, where there's not a premium wrestling card we're covering. However, of those 5 weeks we're quote-unquote off for the weekend, we have August 19th is our karaoke night, the British Invasion edition, the week before All In, and then we have yet to officially fill the September-October dates on the game nights. We know that we're doing Lingo and Haunted Hangman, respectively, for September-October. We just don't have dates finite. We're looking toward the 28th of October for Haunted Hangman, closest to Halloween. It just really depends on what WWE, AEW, New Japan, and Impact put on their schedule. So there is a question in the chat room. I thought we did a live watch along of this last week.
Yeah, we did. I mean, I don't think we.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The Vegas Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup. I believe they had their
parade last week. I had warned a few friends up there.
As I prompt, Knights celebrate title, honor 17 shooting victims. Oh, they did that?
I figured they would because you remember they went to the Stanley Cup the first year after their first season. Excuse me, Jesus Christ, Jeff, and that was right after all that went down. So this has been a long time building for this city. You figure they got so close the first season, and it's just been about getting back there. And yes, it didn't take them near as long as the Kings or even the Ducks. So I do salute them. I salute their fans that don't come down here to Los Angeles and make my life a living hell when they come into the Staples Center. That's what I salute, to be honest with you, because the fans I interact with in Vegas are always so awesome. So I applaud the city for getting their first major sports championship in the major sports here in America, the United States, as far as baseball, basketball, football, hockey, soccer. Those are the major sports in this.
Okay, I understand what Renegade.
That's fair because we were on late because we went on after freaking NXT.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, went on after me last week. That's true. I forgot about that. So yes,
I apologize for that. Okay, I should have.
But yeah, it was like I said. It was one of those. I was irritated in the moment, but I've had a week. Actually, I kind of came to my senses that night and realized, it is what it is. And that just means we have another year to build the other 31 teams back up and have a hell of a season next year. So,
and again, congratulations go to the Renegade and his team, the Kings Reign, who are the inaugural Stat Boy Fantasy Hockey Champions. He earned that title fair and square. He did. And I know he loves to say, I don't know a damn thing, or I don't follow hockey or whatever. I think the only ones that truly did were Nathan and Daniel in Canada, because right. Canada is hockey.
Because you have to in Canada, you have to, yeah.
So
it's on your paper.
Whenever the players would do something stupid like get in the penalty box for 15 minutes, these guys were on it, and I appreciate all the people in the private chat that we did. I would watch the games. I would put up a few stats every once in a while whenever a goal was scored, and that is going to continue next season. Again, we briefly touched about it on the live show. Because Renegade has a title to defend now, and I still want to get the championship belt. I so want this so bad. I want to see him. I want to get this belt. I want to send it to him. I want to see him, proudly walk around with a belt on his shoulder, because he deserved it. A Stanley Cup Vegas night T-shirt for me is not enough. I want my brother to be the proud defending champion that he is, and that's not me kissing ass. That is being heartfelt and legit. He earned that title. I want to see a title belt on his shoulder, and if I have to work and drop till I'm blue in the face to get that belt on his shoulder, I will do it.
Yes.
Because I'm the guy that put a $50 super chat to make Noah Foster sing a song on open mic nights.
Which I was grateful for. Trust me.
I can put a $50 super chat. I can put up $200 for a title belt. I know I can do it.
Yes. But as far as Zach's challenge in the chat room, we will definitely hit you up off air, Zach. It just depends.
Yeah, I'm a little curious about that. Now, see, here's my thing about sports trivia. Okay, I am, if it's basic, simple, easy trivia questions. Okay, like what team is in this area? Okay, or name the team that this player played on. The easy, basic stuff. In fact, I have a book here. Let me show you here. Dory Lou got me this really cool book, the Bathroom Sports Quiz book.
Nice.
There are questions in here, and that this is stuff beyond Jeopardy. Okay, I did take a few questions out. I put them in the trivia in the private chat for fantasy hockey. I mean, like, name the original 6 NHL team. That could be a question. I don't know them all. I know Toronto is one of them. I know that Boston is one of them. I know that what else was there? Hold on. Toronto, Boston. Okay, I know 2 out of 6. Shows how much I know, right? What's the name of the trophy awarded for the Super Bowl, the Vince Lombardi Trophy? What's the name of the hockey trophy? If it's simple, easy stuff, yes. If you're going to ask me who was the center fielder of the 1988 LA Dodgers when they won the world title, I have no freaking clue. Okay,
my dad would know that one.
Stuff like that, I do my homework on it, but I can't really fully
rattle it off.
Remember it.
Right.
Now,
for the record, hang on. As a hockey fan, I need to say it right now because it's bugging me. Montreal, Toronto, Boston, Chicago, New York, and Detroit. Whew, okay.
There you go. See?
Oh God! People that are hockey fans don't know that. I get highs if they don't know that off the top of their head.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I just do.
Now, if you want me to moderate it, I can do that. I could easily put together questions of all levels from easy to hard. If you want to do that, sure, I'm open for that. But don't expect me to play my own game when like I say, I know a few players, but the majority of my stuff is what I study and what I can report. It's very hard for me to retain the knowledge. Like, I don't know Mike Trout's current batting average. I do know that LeBron James is the number 1 player in points. He just recently got that title. Do I know how many points he scored in his last game? No, I have to look that up.
You got to have to pass Kareem on the all-time list.
Yeah,
we know that much.
We know that much. So it's a possibility. We'll see. If there's an interest in that, then absolutely, sure. I'm. That's not the belt I was looking at there, Renegade, but still, it does look nice.
Well, that's from the same company that I got Greg's WTC belt from, which is why
the belt I was looking at was off. That is a beautiful belt.
Yes.
But the one I was looking at was off of TrophySmack.com. They do their version. They do their version of their 10 pounds of gold. It's a 6-pound title. It would have the hockey logo on it, and I could write Stat Boys Fantasy Hockey Champion up about it. And JJ would hold on to that title until he lost it, or until I needed it to show it off at a convention or something.
Well, we can definitely talk more about. And again, as far as the trivia stuff and everything, definitely a discussion worthy topic, just not on air. We'll definitely get to it in the coming weeks. So, as far as privately chatting, there we go. All right, let's see.
All right, let's wrap up the sports bar for the week. And we've got some shills and some news. And Dory Lou did send a positive for us that we have to take a look at too.
She did. So, you don't have to worry about singing Darkwing Duck, and Josh has to because of his article on Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, you want to quickly
you
talk
are
about
off the hook, brother, because Josh done messed up.
I haven't gone back to see Open Mic Night. Do you talk about that article?
I don't want to talk about it at all. I absolved Josh of his sin. He got railroaded by me on Saturday and by Virtue and Aaron on Sunday. I'm good.
All right, go back and watch last week's Open Mic Night.
Yes.
The fun to see the murdering of Josh.
That's right. Live murder on television. But you can catch Open Mic Night this coming Saturday, of course, at 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 Pacific on throughout the multiverse of media. You can check out Renegade's reviews this week. He is continuing on with his Johnny Depp showcase. He's got Chocolat, Blow, and From Hell this week, as well as the new release of The Flash coming up on new release Saturday for Renegade's reviews. Of course, the War Zone is every Sunday, as long as he can help it, over at the Casa D-18 Studios YouTube channel. And this week, we are up to week 17 of Throwback Thursday at the Casa. First episode of Talk Wrestling after what has now become, I guess, a landmark 3-part with RVD that people still reference to this day. So I'm happy about that. But week 17 of Talk Wrestling, the Casa shows, Renegade Wrestling, WWA, I believe, is still up. Stat Boy Rants, I believe, is still being showcased. And yes, please don't forget to send super chats, super stickers along the way, guys, as you are watching this show and every show on the Casa D-18 Studios, the Jet Feature Network, and all of our affiliates that are monetized, including our buddies at NoDQ.com. Speaking of getting Mr. Renegade paid, let me go ahead and throw up the plugs, because as of now, and JJ, if I'm wrong, please correct me either privately or ball me out on the air here by all means. Over in the subscription area of the Renegade, of the Casa D-18 Studios. Okay. So JJ and Noah took a pause prior to Saturday's show. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Already I'm wrong here. There we go. The Flash is not nearly Saturday this week. It got switched to this week is Flamin' Hot, a Disney Plus Hulu original, which is a tremendous little number. So please go check it out, Renegades Reviews. Check out Flamin' Hot. It's actually a really cool little not a short, but a shorter movie, I should say. So that'll be in your release Saturday for JJ. Thank you for the clarification, JJ. Appreciate you on that. Now, as far as the subscription service over at the Casa D-18 Studios on YouTube, as I was saying, prior to our coverage of Collision and then our match game and open mic night shenanigans on Saturday, Noah and JJ recorded their call of Mark and Papa Briscoe and that no good interfering referee herself, Aubrey Edwards, taking on Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, and the goddess that is Jeff Jarrett, wearing the My World logo, no less. So everybody go out and buy that shirt just because now. That is already up on the subscriber side of things for the Casa. Coming up, I believe either soon or already up there, his reviews of the home video releases for NXT, from Secret to Sensation, Best of 2017, Best of the 2018 Takeovers, and the greatest matches of the black and gold era of NXT. He will officially be launching the Renegades of Wrestling reviews coming up on July 1st, after, let's see, 3 p.m. Eastern, after Money in the Bank, with Capital Punishment, that notorious pay-per-view from 2011, featuring John Cena defending the WWE Championship against R-Truth and Little Jimmy. So yes, that is going up July 1st, beginning in July every Thursday. On Throwback Thursday, we will have the Renegades reviews of the home video releases. Also, currently in the, if you are a subscriber and you're in the subscriber section, there are polls you can vote on for Noah and JJ to call your choice as subscribers of Money in the Bank ladder matches, all the way from WrestleMania 21 up to the present day. Make your vote, select your choice, and JJ Noah will call the match that gets the most votes. So check that out over at the Casa. Of course, Money in the Bank this year will be coming up on July 1st, and we found out after last Friday and all the craziness that went down amongst the Anawahis, we will have a Bloodline Civil War as your main event, or at least your featured attraction. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa against the Usos. Man, oh man, can't wait to call that. I won't be there because I'll be working at the House of Mouse, but I will definitely encourage everybody else to go. I also encourage everybody to check out the predictions for AEW Forbidden Door, New Japan Forbidden Door, as well. AEW and New Japan present Forbidden Door coming up on Sunday. Predictions for this show. For NoDQ.com, it'll be Thursday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific. For Noah Foster and whoever he wrangles up, Simply Predicting, it'll be Friday at 5:15 p.m. Eastern. And, of course, you can check out our coverage of Forbidden Door, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, across the multiverse. I didn't mean to make Natalie sad. I have to do my job as a producer and a director and a channel host. I'm sorry, Natalie. I love you.
Natalie, don't be sad. Do you really think they're going to have Roman lose after all that? No. He's going to get his revenge. He's going to put a family beatdown on both of his cousins. And then that's going to be the end of it.
This is going to open the door for Madison Square Garden the following Friday and an American Nightmare to become Roman's reality. Just saying, it's going to happen. That will make her sad for sure, and I do apologize for that one in advance. Anyway,
yeah,
we will be covering Forbidden Door, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific on the Multiverse of Media. However, I learned today that I will not be part of the coverage. And JJ, I wanted to talk to you about this, but I want to make sure I get the plug out because a good friend of the channel, one Melina Perez, actually offered up 2 tickets in the balcony at the Globe Theater for this Sunday's presentation of Ultimate Women of Wrestling at the Globe, and I will be there. One of the 2 tickets will be occupied by me, so I will be at this show at the Globe Theater. We are hoping to get together with Melina. The royal we. I am hoping to get either Thursday or Friday. Tomorrow's no so good. I got plans tomorrow, but Thursday or Friday. Looking hopefully forward to seeing Melina, interacting with her, getting her on for another interview to plug the show. At the very least, talk about what she's been up to since she left the NWA. And this will be your team of commentary. Aaron Phillips and Melina will be on the commentary team, and Melissa Santos will be your ring announcer, your host for the night. So if you're in the LA area, come on out to UWW. Check it out, all the goings on there. And, of course, you can catch Little Old Me coming up tonight at 7:05 Pacific, 10:05 Eastern, after NXT's live East Coast feed with Talk Wrestling across the multiverse. I think that's it for me, brother.
Before we do Dory Lou's Weekly Delight, I do have a shout out from Pop. Pop wanted me to give out some information on Indonesia, where he is currently relaxing in the summertime. He says Indonesia is the largest archipelagic. What is that word?
Archaeological. Archipelagical.
Yeah, that one. In the world, to form a single state, it consists of 5 main islands and some 30 smaller islands, totaling about 18,110 islands and islets, of which all of 6,000 are inhabited. Bali is one of the Indonesian islands. Indonesia is made up of hundreds of different linguistic groups, with some areas dominated by Islamic or Hindu or Christian or animist beliefs. Bali is mainly Hindu. Indonesia has been subject to several historical periods with different political ideologies contested: communism, socialism, nationalism, right-wing and left-wing, and political Islamism. It is an elongated archipelago separating the Pacific from the Indian Ocean. It is a country of 260 million people, the 4th largest population in the world, and its per capita gross domestic product is around $4,000 US, compared to the United States $70,000. Its median wealth is up around $2,000 compared to the US of $69,000. So that's where Pop is residing, relaxing this summer. Love you, Pop.
JJ, to your point, I'd rather get Rampage too, but considering he's the new boss, probably gonna be harder to get a hold of him than it will be to get a hold of Molina, if we're being brutally honest.
If you get near Rampage, do not mention Rashad Evans.
I'm not getting punched in the face on a Sunday.
Come on, Rashad. Come on. Dory Lou teaches us to be positive and be in every situation. Always look. I'll say it. Always look for the bright side of life. Always keep your eyes open. Keep watching, because whatever you see can inspire you. From Grace Coddington. That is a very true statement, because I totally understand that. If you're looking around and you see something out of place, find a way to make it better. If you see something beautiful, try and copy it. If you see a mistake, try and fix it. Especially if you're me, because I make mistakes left and right, and I try and
yeah. Uncle Goofy.
Yeah, there you go. Very good. Yep, that's what Pop did, Natalie. That's what he did. A whole history lesson on Bali, Indonesia.
That's what grandpas do. Your grandpa provides detailed history where he is. My father can do that as well and produce a song out of thin air for any situation, even if it's not a real song. He'll find a lyric that goes with it. There you go.
Indeed. All right, next week's news. Right now, we are not going to be in the sports bar next week because we had to switch our schedules around. Yes. Because next week, on June 30th, we are going to take a little road trip down to Cherokee, North Carolina. We have the tickets. We're going to get ourselves the car. It's only an hour away. We're going to Harris Cherokee. We're going to go see Fluffy Gabriel Iglesias in concert. We're going to take the weekend off, but to do that, we have to go to work next week. So we have to switch our shifts around and everything. So that's going to affect Tuesday, but don't worry. The following week, which will be around 4th of July, We'll be back in the
On 4th of July, brother.
What was that?
Yeah. I said Tuesday is 4th of July. Do you want to do a show on 4th of July?
If you want to give us the day off, fine. We'll shoot off fireworks.
It is 100% channel owner's decision on that. I'm only asking because here's my thing. I originally planned to do the Jeff Meacham Network mid-year awards during open mic night on July 1st in the post Money in the Bank slot. I'm probably not going to be home until the end of open mic night because I have a 9 to 5:30. I'm totally missing Money in the Bank, 100%, without question. So I was going to move that particular segment as far as the awards to Monday, so I can either do that or I can, I don't know if I'm going to be going anywhere for 4th of July. So it really was up to you and JJ, and we can talk more about that off air, as I said. So
yeah, we can talk about it. We'll see how the week goes after that.
But even though you guys won't be here next week, you can still follow you both on social media. So
I there it is. There's Hathaway. There's Dory and I with our giant avatars. Yes. Hathaway Lou is Dory Lou. I'm LB Stat Kid 1977. Drop us a line. Use the hashtag StatBoyApproved. Drop us a question. Let us know what you want us to talk about, and we will do it. But for now, next week the bar is closed. The week after, we don't know yet. Maybe we'll all get together as a family and do a watch along of Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Again, that's up to the owner, the ownership of the channel. So you guys work that out.
I know. Not counting the Christmas stuff, there are 2 movies: Yankee Doodle Dandy for the 4th of July and the Boondock Saints for St. Patrick's Day.
Well, but also
Casa D-18 movies.
Independence Day for 4th of July too.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
or at least President Whitmore's speech. It's the best presidential speech in history. I said what the hell I said. All right,
friends. Until next time, I love you all. Stay safe. Statboy out.
The Jeff Meacham Network's multiverse of media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.